So we got on the table a modded Game Boy Advance. Please, Game Boy Color, if I'm not mistaken. So what's going on with this? This thing came to me, unfortunately, with two different problems. The first problem is apparently the buttons don't work. Apparently start and select don't work. Okay, with apparently a whole host of problems. Speakers don't work. Start and select doesn't work. I can't tell you if A and B doesn't work because I can't hit start. So let's get into it. Got our tried and true iFixit. These screws are Y screws. Hopefully this is not too bad. I believe on here as well the screen's supposed to change. The Game Boy on the bottom. So whoever modded this did an okay job, I guess. So we still got to figure out why some stuff is not working. Okay. I'll have to check power to the speaker. And that is the reason why that's not working. So let's take the actual whole thing out and see what's going on here. So for this, I'm also going to get my voltmeter, or not my voltmeter, but my voltage amperage meter with some crocodile clips, because it's easier to put the crocodile clips for power instead of putting the back on every single time. So I'm going to get those really quick. We got 3.5 volts going to positive and negative. This just gives us an opportunity so we don't have to plug in batteries to just continually test the system. The one thing I want to test is just seeing if this touch sensor actually works. Oh, it looks like it's working. So this is brightness right there. Okay, let's go ahead and unplug it and take it apart. See if we can figure out why the speaker is not working. I also need to find out what this wire is. Is this wire ground? What does this wire do? I'm just going to take a voltmeter. We're going to go to ground and press the wire. No. Oh, maybe it is ground. No. That's ground. That's ground. So what does this do? This tells the switch when it's on or off, which tells this to do something. I don't know. So one thing I have realized right now is, and I haven't tested yet, which is one of the easiest tests to do when your speaker doesn't work, is actually get a pair of headphones. plug in the pair of headphones and see if the headphone jack works. So let's do that really quick. So we'll plug in the headphones, power the device, and we'll turn up the volume all the way, or turn the power on, and I'm going to listen to see if I can hear the chime for the Game Boy. And I can. So this may be a simple fix. Let's see. If I can clean out this headphone jack, because it might still think a headphone jack is plugged in, and see if I can get the speaker to work again. I'm just trying to clean this jack up a bit. Put some isopropyl alcohol in there. See if I can get it to just the volume to at least pop on. Still nothing, but if I put the headphone jack in, I can hear it perfectly fine. So, see if I can remember how this works and what causes it to not be connected compared to being connected. Oh, there it goes. There it is. You hear it? Now we still got a problem with the start and stop, but you can actually hear it now. So we fixed that problem. Headphones in, headphones out, headphones in, out. Yeah, a lot of times that could be an issue when it comes to no sound on Game Boy. So, how did I test that and how did I know that? So, the first thing I tested is if the speaker actually has, if it gets power, does it do something? I take my voltage, and all I did was just touch the pads that connect to the board, and I can hear, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear. See if I can do it. There you go. You hear the speaker pop. That also tells me that the speaker, when it gets power, it does something. The other thing is testing the headphones jack. If you plug in something, does it get audio? And so far, so good. The other problem we're going to have, that we will have to take it apart, is the start and select button aren't working. So let's do that right now. Biggest problem with any Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, SP is always corrosion. Usually you can see them, and the corrosion, you can actually see some corrosion right here and right here. So definitely, probably some battery like stayed in it too long. So I'm just going to clean this up as well. But you can clearly see blue corrosion right in here. So let's find out why start and select aren't working. Let's just do an easy clean of our board. It is pretty sticky and dirty, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna clean up the board. Toothbrush, some isopropyl alcohol. What I'm gonna do is just get a paper towel, just wipe it off a bit. Let's go ahead and plug it back in with some power and see if I can short the buttons and see if those work. Positive, negative. Let's see if I can do this without screwing up this whole thing, but turn it on. Let's put a game in it. Just going to short the pads for start. Ah, dang it. Get a pair of tweezers. See if I can. I can change it from start 2, 3, start 1. And I'm getting A. Don't want button combination adjust the brightness, but I am doing that. I thought that was the touch. Pressing A. Definitely have some issues with the start button. Which isn't great. So select is working. You can see it, the clear start is not. So that means we have a break somewhere in the trace from the start button. Great. All right. Just realized that the start on the screen here is missing. I don't know if that matters. I would assume the start and select would be like hold start and hit select to change the brightness on it, maybe. Let's get our Those connected, those are connected, those are connected, those are connected. Hook this up to test pad 3, test pad 13, and see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it's going to. So I would say that the reason why this is hooked up to start and select, which is interesting that this one's hooked up to whatever little thing this is, and I'm gonna assume that is, yeah, that's the select button. We're gonna hook this up to start, which is literally this test pad right here. P13 on here is also a place you can connect it. I wonder, say that's concerning as well. There's a complete trace missing right here. Looks like it's been scraped away. Is that my start? And that goes underneath the that might be my problem. But let's do this simple test really quick. It's weird that you would not just solder these to the test pads. It's one of the easiest things to do when you need to solder start and select. You just go straight to the test pad that has start and select. I doubt this is going to work, but let's test it anyways. Alright, just soldered the start to the start test pad. Voltage. Turn it on. There it goes. Just gonna try to short it again. Nothing. Select shorts. Start does not. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn it off. I need to find out where the start is. What is this? PWR. This is power, so this is 5 volt. So they hooked up 5 volt to the 5 volt on the power switch, which is fine. Oh. I'm going to take off this one as well for right now. So we need to examine this board, and this is where I want to be, because that goes underneath this, and that you really can't take off. It's solder the pins. There's also definitely, this board has seen better days. So the question is this my problem up here? What I'm gonna do is get you guys in a little bit closer so you can see. Hopefully that's close enough. This is where I'm focusing on for right now, is right here. There's definitely some damage from a trace that's supposed to go right here to an IO. And it's definitely missing. So I'm wondering if that's our start. I don't see any other concerns on the board right now. Let's see where that goes underneath this board, in under here someplace. Let's see if I can trace the test pad. Maybe. I would assume it's got to be somewhere over here as well. So where does this go? Right there. That goes up to here. Right there. That goes to into the chip, the CPU. Is that it? Is that it? Can I do this? A wire. I'm gonna hook it up to the test pad. Get some flux so it stays a little bit better. Attach a wire. I'm gonna plug it all kind of back in, and we're gonna test it. And what I'm gonna do is connect the wire that we just soldered on to that spot right here and see if start works. Maybe even try to short this. Okay, let's just try it out. What's gonna happen? It's not gonna work. That's the best we got. I've hooked up this wire to this VIO that has been damaged. It's connected to test pad now. And it's connected to that. Let's clean it up and see if that works. I'm not going to connect these pads or these power and select and start, which I believe is just another way to adjust the brightness on it right now. I just need to get that start to work. Which way did this go? I believe it went like this. Gosh dang it. Okay. Plug in this. Power it. Oh, interesting. This 5-volt does need power, I guess, to power the screen, so we're gonna hook it back up and see what we got here. Plug this back in. There it goes. Did my wire just pop off? No, maybe the brightness got screwed up. Yep, there it goes. All right. Audio's still working. Let's see if I can short the start button now. Start. 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 Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna take this off and just hit the start button. Anything? Nothing. All right. So we need to know what this does, where it connects to, and why the start button isn't working. It's a difficult one. Just desolder it from here. I guess this is ground. Which one's ground? Ground. Ground, ground. Ground, so where does this go? Goes there. Where does it connect? Helps if I'm connected, right? Is it on this board? I'm not seeing it. So I'm gonna try something else. Game Boy Color right here. I'm gonna use this Game Boy Color to test pads and find out where the start button goes and see if I can diagnose it from there. Let's get our test. So the question is, can I test the start button from this one? Nope, I'm gonna have to take it apart more. This is fine. It's easy to take apart, easy to put back together. Here's the working one. We're gonna start on the test pad and we're gonna come up to here where that burn mark is and see if that is our connector. And of course it is. So it is our connector. So why didn't it work when I hooked up the wire? So where does this go? It goes down here, down, way down there to the point I can't see it. That should have worked. The question is, why didn't it? Ground's still connected. So that's definitely our problem. Right here. It is no longer connected. There's no way for me to make that connection anymore. And it's so hard to get down there. So it's pretty much below this. Oh, I broke that. And that's connected to that. Is that connected to a pin? So what they did is, to get to the start, they tried to use this VIO. They broke it, they screwed up the VIO, they screwed up the start button. So I need to reconnect this, which I thought this was connected, so I thought this should have worked. That should have worked. My original idea should have worked. come over here to ground. Not connected to ground. Ground, not ground, not ground. All right, hold on. Should be connected. Oop. Oop. What I'm gonna do is just double check if that should work. 100% that should work for a start. Okay, let's try it again. This time, instead of putting the mod all back together, I'm just gonna put this and then use the original screen. So I can make sure that the start is working properly. Turn it on. I guess I'll use this pad. There it goes. Okay. Let's go ahead and double check it. There it goes. Okay. So that's working. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to shorten this cable up and get it fit a little bit better. Double test the connection again from here. Okay. Gonna grab some tape. Tape it down to the board so it doesn't really move. Reconnect it all back up. I'll go ahead and tape down these wires that I just soldered to the test pad start and select. Go ahead and screw it back in. I think that's all we're going to need for right now. It's just that one screw. Go ahead and make sure the ribbon cable's all the way in. Go ahead and clean the cart. Go ahead and clean this cart, or this pins in here as well. We're going to need to use a handy dandy brush. Get it in there. Okay. Give it power. Negative, positive, turn it on, come on, and turn it on, power, I don't know what happened there, start, alright, now let's see if we can test all the other buttons, left, right, down, up, B, jump, select. There is a pixel problem in the screen as well. Of course there is. Now for something like that, the pixels on that thing, I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much with it. Actually don't even know what's causing that. It might just be dead pixels in the bottom left corner of the device, and I don't remember seeing it when I first tested it, so maybe I screwed it up or something. I don't think I'm going to take it back apart to find out. I think I'm just going to leave it. I may reduce the price on it just because it does have dead pixels. But at this point, the start, select, B, A, up, down, left, right all works. So let's put it back together and call it good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Boop. Put some batteries in. Turn it on. Dead pixels, that sucks. Start works. And let's see. But if I hold start and select, start and select, trying to think, 'cause it was doing it before, right? Isn't it start and select up? No, it's got to be like select and start. We're gonna have to fix that and that, so we're gonna take it apart anyways. So this is working. It's just this top portion might be too thick for it to press or to recognize the touch feature on the brightness. But I thought start and select should adjust the brightness as well. I don't know. I like the select and up and down, or like up instead. I wonder. I'm not gonna mess with it. To be honest, I'm gonna just put some double-sided 3M tape on here. I'm gonna put it on the back of here, and that's gonna be your adjustment for the brightness. There's my 3M double-sided tape. Put it on there. That side off. Put it where I want it, which I'm gonna put it like right there. Don't forget this little shield. WTF? Why is this so difficult? Just the wrong one? Maybe? I think they're the same. There you go. Maybe they're not. the batteries in and the game in. Yep, there we go. And there's our problem. Yep, I knew that was going to be a problem. Went ahead, I got it all back together. The 3M tape's better than the Teflon tape. So volume's working, and then the brightness control is working. Those dead pixels, I'm not going to even try to fix, to be honest with you. I don't know what causes it. But we're going to essentially clean it up, call it good. All the buttons are working, start, select. So there we go.